cheese, shove your fucking cheese, shove your fucking cheese up your ass.
Do not adjust your sets. This may come as a shock to you, but this is New York Revival. I am your main man, Mayhem, alongside my man, Monte Cristo. Monte, if you nasty.
Let's go.
And a.k.a. Kristalclear. Oh, Kristalclear, a.k.a. Crystal. We are here because the New York Football Giants shocked the world and took it to the Green Bay Packers across the pond. We'll be taking you through the first part of the show, recapping the come-from-behind win in London. But first, Monty's got to pay off last week's If the Giants Win challenge.
Let's go, everyone. All right. If the Giants Win challenge, week 5, we're going to go ahead, do the one chip challenge, and I will be also hosting the show with my mouth burning off.
Monty's coming in hot, kids. Monty's coming in hot.
So let's get it, and let's get started, and I'll see what I can do.
Okay. How was that?
I hear they taste like charcoal.
And lots of peppers. All right.
Oh gosh.
All right. So, London, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. My game started at 7:30 because I'm in Mountain Time. So, what did you guys do for Sunday morning kickoff? What was your Sunday morning ritual this week?
So it felt like tennis, right? Like you think about Wimbledon and those early morning kind of matches.
Yeah.
And I forget what you got in the cream. So much anxiety, much stress. And honestly, I didn't think they would pull it off, but they did. But yeah, it was a lot. The comeback, you always get scared. What is Daniel Jones going to do in the clutch? But we did it. Woosah. 4-1.
We're 4-1, baby. 4-1. Monty,
Yep.
What did you do Sunday morning?
Woo! Oh man, I'm dying right now. But I had a weird experience. Mine was 8:30 a.m. I was actually at a wedding in Tennessee. Sorry, I'm fucking dying. I was at a wedding for my cousin in Tennessee. Got hammered till about 3 o'clock in the morning. Had to wake up at 8:30 a.m. for the game. Don't regret it one bit though. Best game I've seen. I'm crying.
It was that good of a game. That's what that is.
He's crying. He's crying because the Giants are 4-1, right?
Since the last time I cried tears of joy of the Giants winning in 2011, that's probably the best game. Woo! All right, something else. All
right. So I started this Sunday the same way I start every Sunday. I work on Sundays, and I start my day at 8 a.m. at work. But 7:30, I was there, game on the phone, watching the whole time. I was zero productivity on Sunday. I got nothing done. Granted, it was a slow day, but I still got absolutely nothing done because I was like, what's going on now? What's going on now? Oh, no, DJ's bleeding. Oh, no, Saquon's out. What's going on? I could not believe it.
Time out. Bring it down.
No. All right.
Keep it up, Sarge. Oh, God, I'm dying.
Crystal, tell me why I have to bring it down.
Because, okay, so I'm a pessimistic fan, but I feel like I'm realistic. 4-1, okay. But have you looked at the Cowboys? Have you looked at the Eagles? And the fact that the Giants did not beat the Cowboys when they had the opportunity to. So I can't get excited. After next week, when the Cowboys and the Eagles play, then maybe then I can kind of feel better. But in all honesty, have we already peaked? That's what I keep thinking. Like maybe the Giants at 4-1. Maybe.
All right. So let me ask you a question. Right? Here's the Giants fan dilemma. Who would you rather see win next week? The Cowboys or the Eagles?
So, Monte, you're still struggling, so I'll jump in.
I thought I could get through this better.
So because they already lost to the Cowboys, that would be the obvious choice, right? Because you would want them, you're thinking about long-term, the tiebreaker. So you want the Cowboys to go ahead and take that L. And then you want the Giants to beat the Cowboys on Thanksgiving, right? That would be ideal. But then I just feel like I don't want the Eagles to be undefeated. So I don't know. Like I want them, they need a loss here somewhere.
So here's the dilemma. No matter who wins, one of those teams is going to be 2-0 in the division.
Yes.
Right? The Eagles have already beaten the Commanders and Dallas beat us. So I say let's end it in a tie.
Tie. Ooh, a tie.
Tie game. Nobody wins.
I just don't want the Eagles to be undefeated anymore, honestly.
Yeah, I know. I think the 72 Dolphins need to start popping bottles. So I kind of want the Cowboys to win, but I really want it to be a tie because that just looks ugly.
So what are your thoughts, Sergeant Mayhem?
I'm running out of drinks.
So who do you think at this point is the best quarterback in the NFC East?
Oh, best quarterback in the NFC East? I think, and I really can't believe I'm saying this, Daniel Jones.
Really?
You think Daniel Jones?
Well, so here's the thing, right? Okay, I saw a stat this afternoon. I don't remember the yardage, but Jalen Hurts only has one more touchdown than DJ. We're running the ball really, really well. Every touchdown we scored this past Sunday was a rushing touchdown. Okay? Daniel's using his arm. He's getting us down the field. He's getting us into the red zone. And when we get down there, we're punching that ball in. We're smacking other teams in the mouth. Nobody is looking at us right now wanting to play us. Baltimore barely pulled a game out the other day against Joe Burrow and the Bengals, who, let's face it, don't look like the same Bengals that they did last year.
Correct.
And they have to go up against our rushing attack and their former defensive coordinator, Wink Martindale. They don't want any of that smoke.
But don't you feel like Daniel Jones is one interception away from losing the game? I don't know. I just feel like that one crazy pass is just it's inevitable.
I don't think so. Because here's the other thing. The last interception that DJ threw was in the Dallas game, right? And let's face it, David Sills falls down and Trayvon Diggs falls on top of the ball and they call it an interception. That's kind of a BS call. I mean, it fell in his hands as he fell to the ground. That's not really an intercept. That's like being intercepted on a Hail Mary at the end of the game. It doesn't count. He's taking good care of the ball. He's making good decisions. Like, look at it this way, right? The Green Bay Packers only registered one sack this past Sunday. Granted, one was called back because of a penalty, but it was only one sack, and that sack was only for 4 yards, okay? Daniel's making good decisions. When he feels that pressure coming, instead of trying to back up more, he steps into the pocket. So even if he is going to take a sack, it's a low yardage sack. He's not killing us with, second or third and long because he's dropping back 7 steps and then getting creamed. Monte is not.
I'm getting better. Fun. It's starting to come down. I'm out of drinks though.
In through the nose and out through the mouth, Monte. In through the nose and out through the mouth.
All right, help.
Nope.
So, okay, I realize we only have a couple minutes here, but I'm interested once Monte gets it together to know long term, right? Because I'm always great win. Let's go on to the next thing. So how many wins do you feel like the Giants are going to end up with compared to the Cowboys and the Eagles? Like
9 wins is my prediction for the Giants. I'm going to get water.
9. I say 10. We can do 10. We can go 10-7.
Okay.
I say
and we're beating the Ravens.
Oh, here's the thing. Okay. There is not a game on the rest of the schedule that really scares me.
Yeah. I was looking at the schedule, and we're looking at the streak that's coming up. Like Ravens, yeah, I expect us to lose that game, but I think there's an aspect where it's Wink's revenge game. We're playing hot. we have a chance. I don't think they want to play us right now. I don't think we should be the favorites by any means, but I don't think they want to play us. See, I'm coming back a little bit.
There you go. You're getting it.
Then we have what? No particular order, but I know that we have the Lions, we have the Seahawks,
It's the
we have
Jags,
the Texans.
It's the Jags, the Lions, and the Seahawks, and then the Texans, I think.
And all those games are winnable.
All of them.
Some were playing better than we originally thought they would, but they're all winnable. Colts are not playing well. We could beat Washington twice. We could beat them no times. You never know with division games, but I think we'll have a good shot against them. But then same goes for the remaining Cowboys game or any of the Eagles game. Division games, you never know. So I think with our games left, we really do have a good shot in most of the games there. I think 9 wins is really much in sight for us right now. It's just crazy.
So we're beating the Eagles this season. We're going to take one of those 2 games.
I wouldn't count us for one of those 2 games, but you just, I think whenever you do a prediction at the beginning of the season, for me, I split every single one of the division games because they're always a toss-up. So I just split every one of them.
Yeah, I mean, I think so here's the thing. We were in that Cowboy game.
Correct.
We were in that Cowboy game, through a majority of that game. Cowboys don't scare me. Dak is going to come back, and honestly, the one game they lost so far this season, Cooper Rush didn't start. So, Eagles, we gave Jalen Hurts fits last year. Granted, it's a different style of defense, but I really think that we can get after him and get him make him uncomfortable.
And it'll be interesting to see. It'll be a good test for when we play Hurts is how we handle Lamar this week, especially Wink, who's been around Lamar and probably is a good idea how to play a guy like that. Hurts is going to be handling him a similar way. So, I mean, I'm sure the Eagles will be looking at this Ravens game to see how we play defense against Lamar. But it'll be interesting if we can handle a quarterback, because that's the one thing Justin Fields did do well against us. He ran on us. So we'll see how we'll handle these rushing quarterbacks.
The silver lining is with the Ravens, you always have an opportunity because they'll blow a lead. That too is inevitable. They've already blown several this year. So I think that we have a chance. I don't know if we get the win. I do think it's going to be a competitive game.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
The other thing is the Eagles have only beaten one team with a winning record, and that was Minnesota. And I'm not sure what the final score on that one is, but I'm sure it was pretty close. The Eagles are trying to throw stuff. They're trying to hand games away at the end of the season. They've been lucky.
At the end of the day, with just about all these games we have left, our coaching is advantage, and that's where we're going to be stuck. That's where we've won. So hopefully we continue to win, because between Dable, Kafka, and Wink, we just have a great set of coaches who will put us in position to win. And I felt great about that versus Green Bay, and hopefully against a great coach in LaFleur, and hopefully keep it moving against for the rest of the season.
All right, so it sounds like we've got a couple of callers ready to come into the chat.
Oh, yeah.
So first, I'm gonna introduce your boy, Eli Rax, aka Vibes.
Hey, well, listen, thank you for having me on New York Revival, man. This is great. I made it.
And now, my boy, my bro, my amigo, Mr. Glass Half Full, Speed, if you nasty.
Yo, you guys killed
Let's
it,
go,
bro.
baby.
Let's go.
And now,
I died. That's
Monte.
for sure.
my brother El Jefe, a.k.a. White Jersey, a.k.a. Blue Jersey, a.k.a. El Chefe, a.k.a. Antonio Pound Town Brown, a.k.a. Daily Daniel, El Jefe.
Well done.
Yo.
Wow. Well done, guys. All of you.
Round of applause.
I don't think they need to come back at this point. They carry the show.
Listen,
I love it. I love
guys,
it.
if
Because
you
I can't
haven't,
talk about the Mets. I can't do it.
Jesus. Listen, guys, if you're just tuning in to New York Revival, if the Giants win challenge, guys, we gave up our hosting spot for a few minutes to these wonderful guys that participated. So, guys, thank you so much. You carried the show. You did better than what we could, and be honest with you. It was very professional.
So
I got a
Monte.
Rangers score update. Rangers are up.
What's that?
Yeah,
nothing. Let's go. Mika, baby. Let's
Let's
go.
go Yankees.
And the
Yes.
Yankees tied it up.
Yankees tied it up. Let's go, Yanks.
What a great night for New York sports, man.
There's some kind of revival happening here.
There's some kind of revival.
Hey.
The Giants
So, guys,
win. The Jets win. The Yanks tie it up.
Sarge is getting
That's-
comfortable here.
That's everything. As usual, the best.
So,
Rangers are up.
Welcome
So,
back
guys,
to
let me say this. Where's the banner, Hefe? Where's the banner?
I
So,
know.
guys, let me just say a special thank you to Crystal, Monte, and Sergeant Mayhem for doing this, man. This was awesome. We're going to do some more of the Giants win challenges, man. And, of course, please, guys, if you want to hang out on the show, bring you back on later for sure. But thank you so much for doing this, man. This was definitely fun, especially watching Monte lose his
Oh,
temper.
my God.
Oh, my God.
Liberty bibbity. Like, it was
I'm going to throw up.
Monte,
Don't
get
you
yourself
dare.
right.
Love
Get
it.
yourself
Don't you
right.
dare.
Love it.
We'll have you
Monte,
back on later.
if signs of panic was a definition, your freaking picture's right underneath there. You were panicking, bro. Like, you were like, oh
I
my
thought I
God.
could talk like hot one style.
I can't wait for
I
the-
couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
The hardest
Yeah.
word in the English language for Monty right now was Tennessee.
Yeah.
Went to a wedding in tennis.
But guys, thank you so much, man. We'll get everything started. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Oh,
See you guys.
the
Appreciate
best
you
guys.
Honor.
So I say this, guys, man, what a fantastic job these guys have done, man. And again, if you're tuning into New York Revival, if the Giants win challenge, brought to you by New York Revival, we gave up our seats all for the fun of the Giants winning, guys. So welcome to New York Revival, and thank you for spending your Tuesday night with us. And of course, man, it's not just sports here, it's entertainment, right? Do I have to go through around the room and go through my guys, man? And of course, let's just kick this off right away, man, because they already did it for us, right?
They did.
But a couple
did a great
things I
job.
want to talk about. They did an awesome job. A couple things I want to talk about. Let's get right into it. The Rangers are back, man.
Let's go. Let's go.
What
Blue
I mean, what a
shirts.
night. What a week
What a
in
night.
New York sports. Just
Come
freeze
on.
this moment in time real quick.
Oh my
Not many
God.
Jets fans in this group, but the Jets are on the up. The Giants
Shout
are
out to Jets.
clearly the Giants in year one of a rebuild are 4-1 and just doing this with no cap space and no talent. Like it's just it's a miracle on ice story. Just waiting to happen. That's what it is.
Totally agree. Totally agree. But
Rangers,
let's
what a
yeah.
playoff run last year. They're kicking off tonight. Rangers winning in the playoffs. This is just a great moment in sports right now.
Let's not forget the
Guys.
Rangers started us into this revival. We
Yeah.
got kicked off in January, and we rode the Rangers all the way. There was not a lot of football going on. We rode the fucking Rangers all the way to almost to the damn Stanley Cup. They're right on the precipice. They got the whole team coming back, added some more youth. This is just a glorious time to be a Rangers fan. I'm just so happy that the season's back. Like, and it's just coming. Like, typically by now, Giant season's over. I would be like, all right, Rangers season started. We need them to save us because we're done. Now we got Giants doing well. Rangers kicking off a huge run. The Yankees are in the middle of a playoff run. Like, Mets fuck up everything as usual, but like we got some good shit going in New York, baby. Let's go.
listen, man. And it's funny you say that, Speed, man, because you were like, man, the Giants are pretty much done throughout the season, right? But we're watching everybody just win in New York, man. What a time to be alive in New York, man. Like, it's just amazing. Like, we started this show, New York Revival, because we thought New York needed a revival, right? And here it freaking came. What an omen, this show, man. What a freaking omen. So
Yo,
I'm excited.
first of all, shout out to the new banner. Do we shout our boys out for
Hub.
the
Big shout out to
beautiful
Hub.
look? Hub.
Shout out to the Hub, man.
I
Chris,
missed,
you guys don't know.
missed it last time. Big shout out to Hub, man. He comes with the fire. Because look at that. It's pretty up there, bro.
Thank you to everybody in the chat too. R0, Mr. Twitter Space himself. This guy just rolls Twitter Spaces out 24 hours a day. He just
7
lives
days
for
a
the
week.
Giants.
Killing it.
Big Smooth is in here too. He has a question, very important question.
Yeah,
Now-
I know. Listen, it was actually supposed to go, but my wife is. I'm letting everything fill back in her because, like, I literally.
It's a process.
Yeah, it's a process. The wifey doesn't like it. Listen, if it was up to me, I'd rock it all season long now. The Giants
Really, you
won.
like it now?
I'm loving it. I'm loving it, but it's got to go.
I don't know, man.
Your boy
Every time
has to
I
have
hear
sex
like
at some
jazz.
point in the next couple months. So
That's a fact. I hear like jazz music every time I see your stats, bro. Like a real porn, like doom, 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 doom. Like it's about to go
I'm
down
bringing it
every time
back,
I
dude.
see you,
When
bro.
Somebody
yo,
call for a
RZO will
plumber.
tell you, I had the
Yeah, right.
good. I had the good Mike Ditka vibes going, man. I had the big glasses. I had my stash going. I'm ready to rock, man. I'm ready to rock with this stash.
Sorry, I just
You can
can't
see
stop
Speed
picturing.
in his freaking like in a freaking tool belt, right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
like you can,
Little bit
YMCA,
of
baby.
crack hanging
Let's
out
go.
and
you can see
everything.
it. You can
Just,
see it.
I
So,
can
guys,
see it too.
let me add a couple things, man, because again, you got the Yankees starting off, but I just want to say this, man. Yes, the Yankees this is expected because me and Hefe, we're Yankees fan. We know this playoffs is like the Patriots of baseball. You know what I mean?
This is when the season starts. Yeah.
Come on. So exactly. So let's go like this, man. The Mets, Speed, moment of silence for you, man. How you feeling, man?
Dude.
The Mets is out of here.
I mean,
Ugh.
listen, it was coming from a long time. We lost to some garbage teams. We got smoked by Atlanta, and then we got beat in the playoffs, man. Like, it wasn't our year as usual. But listen, we still got Uncle Stevie as our owner, and we're gonna be back next year. I'm not too worried right now. We have the owner, we have a good team, got the number one prospect coming up next year, Frankie Alvarez. We will be back. But this really hurt. It really hurt. I was looking forward to some Mets baseball for at least another week. We choked it away as usual. Damn, man, it really, really stung. But I have the Giants to lift me up. I have the Rangers to lift me up. And this is what New York sports is about. I got my other sports to pick me up here. You know, and I'm not worried yet. I'm not worried. You know, RIP Mets season. We'll put it to bed. Come back next year stronger. Want better out of you, Jake DeGrom. Want better out of you, Max Scherzer. Want better out of you, the whole team next year. Figure it out, man. Because
You want a little silver lining. First year with the new manager, you got 100 wins out of him.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You probably would have signed up for that, but
100%.
guys, I'm so excited about the Giants. Eli, I know you're in charge here, but can we talk about the Giants whenever you're ready?
Absolutely,
wait.
man.
Let's just
But
shout
let me
out the
say-
Yankees one more time because we're in the heat of it right now. Yankees are playing the Guardians, and they should smoke them. We got Cole on the mound. He's dealing here. And we need the Yankees just take care of business.
The Guardians don't even sound like a real team.
I know. It's like what
No.
are we doing here? What are we doing with the Guardians?
That's crazy.
Come on.
So
What
guys,
are we
let's
doing?
talk about a couple things. Let's talk about a couple
Yes.
things. Hold on one second here. Because what a freaking win up at London. Like we kicked off the show and dropped that little shove your freaking cheese up your ass. No, I said fuck it. Shove your fucking cheese up your ass.
Oh, fucking cheese up your ass.
Cheese up their ass. Fucking cheese up
I
their ass.
love that.
Like, guys,
Dude, that's
I'm too excited about this season, this game. Guys, just take me through your emotion. Waking up 9 a.m. Eastern time. Some people even earlier. But guys, take me through that emotion, man. What a win by our New York Giants. And take me through who's your player of the game. And I'm going to start with El Jefe.
I am not afraid to admit this, that I had tears in my eyes in the fourth quarter watching this team. And it's
beautiful.
And it's because I was so proud of the way they fought back. When they were down 7 and Saquon goes out, that's usually where it unfolds, right? Like that's where the team falls apart. All they did was lead back-to-back touchdown drives and force a 3-and-out for Green Bay in between. This team is just relentless. They're gritty. They're a team that you can actually be proud of. It's like the bill of goods we were sold by the last coach is actually happening to this
Yes.
coach who doesn't need to
Yeah.
bullshit you. He's just smart as fuck and he keeps it all behind the scenes. And he's just like seeing our coach, his emotions after these wins. Like he won me over after the Tennessee win because like anybody could relate to this,
jacked
but
up.
he talked about last time he was in Tennessee, he found out he lost a grandparent like as he landed for that game. And it was like real emotional for him. He's super close with his grandparents. He has something on his necklace that's for his grandparents. And when they miss that field goal and the Giants win, he's kissing his necklace. He's looking up at the sky. It's the first thing he did.
Wow.
With everything going on, it's the first thing he did. And then just seeing him after this last game being like, let's fucking go. Like this
He
guy
was so jacked
he's
up.
nuts out of his mind. The way him and Joe Shane like embraced each other. Like the Giants are building something special. I'm not necessarily worried about the long term for this season, but like, holy shit, this is beyond fun already. Like I'm so invested. I'm all in. And I'd have to give the game ball to Daniel Jones. Saquon was Saquon, right? So like you could easily give it to Saquon. There's nothing wrong with that. But I was so proud of DJ as somebody who's been on the fence with DJ for his entire career. You know, I was screaming "fuck yeah, DJ" for most of Sunday.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'll give it to him.
Big respect.
Speed.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm gonna give my game ball to big old sexy Dexy, baby. He is looking so damn dominant, and I just love it. Every game, he just is stout in the middle. You have Aaron Rodgers out here shouting him, like literally doesn't have to say anything else. Aaron Rodgers, like 97 in the middle. That guy is a premium player. Like he was stopping the run. He had a huge hand stopping Aaron Jones and fucking Dylan. That I said from the beginning, you have to stop them first because that's how the Green Bay Packers roll right now. They get the running game going, and then Rodgers feeds off that. They stop the run, and my boy's just getting a sack a game, and he's pushing the pocket. It's just a beautiful thing to watch. I said I tweeted out from our account that he's playing at a Pro Bowl level. Man, if he keeps doing this, we're talking all pro level. Like he might not get all pro, but he's playing at an all pro level, and that guy is a damn stud. And I hope they lock him up long term because that guy, he's a great locker room presence. I love putting the mic on him every game because he is hilarious on the field.
Great personality,
and he just dominates on there, man. He dominates. He finally has edges to collapse the pocket so that the quarterback has to step up right to his big ass arms because that guy is just a beast.
Spiro, quick question on him. Do you think his resurgence the last couple of weeks is because Leo hasn't been there and he's had a chance to shine? Or do you think when Leo comes back, he's going to be the same player?
I think he's going to be the same player because he's been doing this since while Leo was there too. Like he is that big of a fucking presence. I'm just so excited for Leo to come back because it's been like we've had Aziz out and we had Leo out and we have Tibbs like playing at 50%. Put it all together, like at least three of them, and we haven't seen a real ferocious pass rush yet. We're gonna see that. Man. Like Thibodeau hasn't gotten home yet, but he's getting close.
He's getting held almost every
play.
Oh yeah.
Dex is doing his shit. Leo's gonna get in there and do his shit, and then if you get Aziz back on the other side, man, I am so damn excited for this front four, man. I am so damn excited. But yeah, sexy Dexy. What you got, Eli? What you got?
Yeah,
man, I'm gonna have to follow up the same thing El Jefe said. It's Daniel Jones, right? 217 yards, 62 rushing. This guy didn't score a touchdown or put the ball in harm's way at all. You know what I mean? So all the things that we were talking about, of Daniel Jones turning the ball over. He's not making enough plays. He's not consistent enough. This is now the second and third game where you see Daniel Jones out there fighting consistently, throwing the football and doing well. You know what I mean? So you got to give credit when credit's due. And again, we are harsh on Daniel Jones. And man, he deserves a game ball. Definitely deserves a game ball.
I want to say that shout out to you two because you guys have been critical of him in the past, but this is what Twitter doesn't do enough of. You could say that he's had a very good game. It's okay for you to say, even if you are on the fence. We want to see DJ step up, and it's okay to admit that he has stepped up. He's been fucking great. Like, give him his props. Next game might be a shit show. Let's enjoy this when we can. But props to you guys for calling it how you see it, and that's why I respect it. I love it.
I love it. No, I think that is something that's different about us.
Like Monte.
Is that I think we're fair, and I think Eli and I have kind of been on the side of like, all we know is that he hasn't been good enough yet. Like to this point, he has not been good enough. I think that's fair. We don't trash him and say cut him and say he's trash. No. We know he was not dealt a good hand. But some people have his back the whole time, no matter what. Some people trash him no matter what. I think we've been fair. We criticize him when he can do better. And when he played his ass off like he did on Sunday, we're giving him all the flowers that he deserves, man. He fucking killed it. He played tough as hell, too.
And his stats aren't turning the ball over, man.
No,
he's not turning the ball over.
No.
That's the thing, Eli. And people outside of New York will still go back to that. Like, he's got X amount of turnovers since 2019.
Throw it away.
It's the one thing that he's done good in his career. Give him props for that, at least. He's cut down the turnovers every single year. And I said that in the best case scenario, he could take what he's learned from that stupid-ass regime with Garrett and Judge, not turning the ball over, and put that with the aggressiveness of Dable and throw the ball down the field, and you have yourself a possible good quarterback. And he's looked like that. He just has nobody to throw to yet. Like, you know, the numbers aren't there because he's got nobody to throw to right now, but he's making the right decisions. He's looking down the field. He's tucking and running when he needs to. Like, he's making all the right decisions that we want to see.
I believe in these coaches so much. Like preseason, I was thinking, just let DJ get to after the Baltimore game and still be healthy and not be benched yet. Like, you know, because anything could have happened before the season started. Because I saw this schedule and I could see him picking up steam right after the Ravens game when I looked at it. And not only has he treaded water and been above water, but he's got us at 4-1, right, as the quarterback. And he played through injury. He came back. His ankle will be fine next week because I don't think he re-injured it, which we got lucky with that. But I don't think we should worry about the gaudy stats and the numbers he's not putting up because it's kind of a credit to the play calling. The Wildcat was working in the red zone. Saquon is scoring touchdowns. So he hasn't had to throw in the red zone because they're kind of scheming these good plays. So that's
they're running the ball in.
So
they're running the ball in.
If you're just looking at the box score, then fine. Then you're not paying attention to the game because if you are, you know DJ's doing everything he needs to do.
I totally agree. And guys, I'm gonna throw a monkey wrench because this is just what I do. This is what I do. So I'm gonna throw something here that's off the notes here. It's right here. But the point is, right?
This is what Eli does. He keeps us on
the
our feet.
percentages, and I just want percentage. Of course, 100% being the best. I'm gonna give you guys the 3 injured players we're looking forward to. What do you think is the percentage of them coming back this week? Wandale Robinson. I'm gonna start with you, Speed. What do you think? 100%, 50%, lower?
90%. 90%. I think he's the closest. I think he's the closest to the bunch. He was practicing a little. He was like with the trainers last week. I think he is the closest to the bunch. My boy didn't hopefully injure another. I think what he did was sprained his MCL, just like Thibodeau and like everybody, half the players on the team. I feel like so you typically think it's a 4-week injury. He injured it week 1. He should be ready to go now. This is it. Like. And if he's not ready to go, I'm going to be really pissed. But I think 90%, I think that's what I have for him. I think he's the closest to getting go.
Unless I somehow missed it. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry about to say. I'm going to give you Kadarius Toney because he already answered that. But I want to give you Kadarius Toney. But make your point first. If you had a point, go right ahead.
I was going to say, it's been so quiet on the Wandale front. I haven't heard much in terms of like everything with him has been quiet, right? He's like a ghost at this point. So if he comes out, moves the chains and is a playmaker, I could see him being like a yak guy for us. That'll be nice, man. That'll be a really, really nice addition to this because then Slayton picked up some slack. You got to give him some credit too. He got his shot. So again, the coach is just putting guys in the right spots. I guess, I mean, Kadarius Toney, I've been one of his biggest supporters, man, but I think
we all have on this pod.
I almost wish, and we talked about this, you know, on one of our Zero's spaces, that like they should have just IR'd him, you know, when the hamstrings were tweaking up. You got to just like shut it down to get your hamstrings back because if you keep trying to play through them, they're never going to get better. And especially the twitchy kind of player he is, he's just going to re-aggravate it. So I'll give him like a 10%, and that's probably being optimistic.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean that's what sucks because he's our wide receiver 1, man. He's our guy, and he should have been in the field by now. It's another 3 hamstring injuries, and we're not even 6 weeks into the season yet. Like how's that happen, man? Like we're big KT guys, but damn.
And like the only thing missing from this team, both sides of the ball, is a passing attack, right? And we should have Galladay should be doing his job. Toney should be there. Wandale, and then Slayton should be your 4, and Sills or whoever should be 5. They should almost not matter. And we have Sills running like, you know, the number 1 receiver routes. Like we're so far down the depth chart that just as we get one guy back at a time, that's why I saw it. Like DJ can still piece this together down the stretch, and he's going to have a blow up game at some point where he's just going to toss the ball all over the yard.
Give him one more.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to give him a bold prediction. I think this is the week that the offense is going to click, and we're going to see a lot of touchdowns. I say Daniel Jones 3.
Hey,
that's my take.
Let's go.
Are you saying over 30 points for the first time in 16
over 30
years?
points for the first time in 16 years? Daniel Jones 3 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Yo, listen,
I'm putting it out there right now because I'm not scared of the Ravens. Their defense is terrible. Let's be honest, right?
Their secondary is bad,
this
right?
offense, So I think this offense has its chance right now to do something great, and I think we're going to see it with this defense and this Ravens, man. I think so, but that's my hot take.
Big Dash, Big Dash likes it. Big Dash
Yes.
likes it.
Thank you.
Listen,
Thank you, Dash.
I mean, listen, I bet you, the Ravens miss Wink. They miss Wink, and we got him. And it's, first of all, big Wink revenge game here. He knows how that offense runs. He is pissed off that Harbaugh probably let him go for no reason. Because if you look at what happened last year, it wasn't because of performance. Like, well, yes, performance was bad. They lost everybody. Like they had so many injuries, and his head got chopped off because of injuries. One bad year that guy had. One bad year as a Ravens defensive coordinator, and let him go. Thank you. We will take the tank commander all day long. He is just he changed the whole face of that defense, and it's just been beautiful to watch, man. Yeah.
I'll tell you if the season was over. If the season was over right now, Wink will be a head coach. Wink will be a head coach.
Yeah.
That's the thing, man. That sucks. Is I don't know how long we're going to be able to hang on to him.
He seems old school enough to where he might just want to be a coordinator. I'm hoping, in my heart of hearts,
he is an older dude. You never know.
But he has been going on coaching interviews. So listen, let's hope that we got him for at least one more year. Let's ride this out. But he is a culture changer on that defense, and it's awesome. He fooled the Packers because everybody thought, this guy's going to blitz all day long. He did not blitz that much last game, and he flipped it on script. And Rodgers wasn't ready for it. He was not ready for it, and I love that about him, man. It shows that he's not just this meathead that's going to blitz all the time. He played it perfectly. 0 points in the second half. That's a fucking adjustment, baby.
And
0 points.
His strategies are different every game. You can throw the tape out on whatever you saw in previous weeks because he adjusts for every game and then adjusts at halftime again. That's been the best part about this coaching
100%.
staff. They are a different second half team. And that's something that very good teams do.
The best second half team in the NFL, I do believe, according to certain stats. If somebody correct me if I'm wrong or what I heard, that they're the best second half team in the NFL. So the Giants, man, this is coaching, man. The beauty of freaking coaching. Finally, right, guys? Finally. So, guys, I'm gonna ask you this, man, and I'm gonna give you guys grades, and I'm gonna give you Thibodeau, FA. Just give me the grades on how Kayvon Thibodeau performed this last game. A, of course, B, C, whatever you decide, but just give me a grade of what you think.
I'll give him a B+. I think he was active. I think he was getting closer and closer. I think Rodgers started to feel his presence, and that's another thing. We don't have any interceptions yet, and part of that is related to the pass rush getting home. Right, you force quarterbacks into an uncomfortable throw or rush their reads. We were this close to those tip balls, which I called, by the way, with a tweet.
So
I'm like,
close.
Be ashamed if there's a tip ball interception right now. We got 2 tip balls in a row, like sky high. Like that was easily could have been fixed. But it's coming. It's a matter of time. I don't know if it'll happen this week. That would be nice. But pass rush is part of that. It's all part of the same effort. So once that pass rush starts to get home, turnovers will start to come too.
Totally agree. And Mr. Glass half full, of course, Speed. I'm gonna give you the grade. Give me a grade on Evan Neal. How was his performance this past week?
Ooh, Evan Neal. All right. I'm gonna say C+. C+. He still has some work to do.
Ooh.
Yeah. He still has some work to do. I think his pass rush still needs a little bit of work, but he's trending in the right direction. And let me say that I am not worried in the least about Evan Neal. Like that is not. That's
you're
not.
You're just trashing the guy in the airwaves. Jesus.
First of all, I'm a C+ student all the way. That's what my zone is.
And look at us now,
I can relate. Yeah, I can relate to the C+ all the time. Listen, he kept the big guys off the board. He's riding a little roller coaster here. He's got good snaps and bad snaps. Let me say this though, he's had a better start than Andrew Thomas's career was. Andrew Thomas had a very, very rough first half of his career. And then he turned around. He's already on the upward trend already. He's already been slightly better. He had one bad game against Dallas. He's getting his pass sets down. I love what Evan Neal's been doing. Let's call a spade here. C+ is good in my book. C+ is good. What you got?
Let me say this, man. And well, listen, for Kayvon,
give me both grades. You don't get out of here without giving grades here.
I thought I was going to get out of here unscathed, man. I really did. But I give both of them a B, man. I give both of them a B. I think a B plus more to Kayvon. Kayvon's a B plus because you kind of seen him flying around on there. There's a couple plays, of course, that I didn't read that. What the hell was it? So a couple plays out there where he was flying around.
He said I'm
plays.
backpedaling.
I like it. So I'll say that. So Kayvon is a couple plays that I thought he could have did better as far as rushing the passer on, and there was plays that he was just excellent on. So he's got to work on his technique more. He's got to work on a couple more moves besides a little bull rush and his speed. So that's all going to come with time. He's a rookie, you know what I mean? So it's all going to come with time where he's got to learn to dip his hips a little more, pull that arm up a little more to get the offensive lineman off him or extend him out more. He's going to learn that stuff, you know what I mean? But as far as Evan Neal, I thought he played well. I thought he played pretty good, man. The running game was great. Everything else was pretty good around him. So I say both B's and B plus for sure.
Nothing wrong.
Okay.
But guys, I say this, man.
Yo, but
I say this, man, and I'm gonna throw another monkey wrench.
Around. Oh, sorry.
That?
Go. No, I said.
Oh, no.
He's got it.
Eli's
He's
not delayed.
He's gonna get that. He's gonna before you throw that monkey wrench in. He's coming around because he doesn't trust that knee yet.
Yeah.
I feel like he's gonna trust that knee at some point. That burst is gonna. He doesn't have the burst yet. Once he gets that burst, it's gonna be game over, man. Game over.
Yep.
So
he may not trust
keep
that
going,
knee yet.
though.
You're absolutely right.
Throw your damn monkey wrench.
I totally agree. But I'll tell you a monkey wrench, man. I'm gonna throw one here, and I hear a lot of this, man. But right now, with how he's playing, we're talking about the number one running back in the league right now. Are we extending Saquon Barkley? Talk to me. Are we extending him?
I
What
have
do you
my-
guys think, man? And I'm gonna start with Hefe.
I have my take, and I've been thinking about it a lot. My take is if he continues this throughout the season and plays like, if he gets dinged up and misses a game or two, I'm not going to say, oh, you can't trust him, he's injury prone. Like if you play 15 out of 17 games,
Right.
that's pretty good. But if he does play over 15 games and is this guy all year, I would like to see a 3-year deal, heavier in the first 2, so you can basically get out after 2. He is such a dynamic playmaker. It's not just about, oh, running backs don't matter, they're devalued. He is more than a running back. He is a game breaker. So whether it's Daniel Jones or a rookie or anyone, you're going to want Saquon there no matter what. So if you get a 2-year deal front loaded with a 3rd-year option, whatever it is, I don't think if he obviously breaks the bank, he wants to be the highest paid ever. I don't think that's the right move. But if he's willing to, if he wants to stay with the Giants and he's willing to play for, I don't know, 10 or 12 a year, whatever that number is, I think that becomes worth it because he is much more than just a running back. And they know how to use him, clearly.
Great.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he's 25 years old still.
25.
We keep forgetting
He's
this.
25.
Like, you give him a 3-year deal, and he's still hitting the market before the age 30, the so-called like age 30, end of your career kind of year. So he could still get that second contract afterwards. It's good for him. He knows this situation, dude. He knows he's in a good offense. It seems like he loves his the coaches. He loves New York. I don't see a reason why he would leave. Unless he's really paper chasing, and that's fine. More power to you. You're a running back. You've seen what one injury could do the rest of your career. I wouldn't fault him for it, but I think he wants to stay here. I feel that the vibes. I think he knows this thing is turning around. I think he knows it's a good coaching staff. I'd be shocked if he leaves right now. Again, we keep talking about this. He has to stay healthy for 13 more games. It's a long season, So can he do it? We'll see. Because I think if he does,
13 more games would mean we're in the playoffs. So you're assuming the Giants are in the playoffs.
You're damn right I do. I said that on purpose. That was
and I said
calculated number.
Eli, what do you
Listen,
think?
I say this, man, and you guys are hitting the nail on the head, man. A 3-year deal, of course, that is cap friendly for the first 2 to where you can kind of bail out if need be, right? But again, he is a young, dynamic player, man. He's going to demand high on this market, but we still have rights to Saquon, so I'm not really worried about what we're going to do as far as contract is concerned. We still have a lot of rights to him, but at this point, you have to think about it because he is the offense, right? Unless Daniel Jones have his coming out party finally where you can go, wow, that's what we were waiting for Daniel Jones, and can he sustain that? Because right now, this is a Saquon-driven offense. That's it. So you're going to have to extend him based on that. And then hopefully if you do decide to go on with another quarterback, he's going to be the guy that kind of tailors that team and carries that quarterback for a little while until that quarterback catches on. So I think you have to extend Saquon. It's just a matter of what the money's going to look like versus the years. or is it he's going to look for that big payday? Because, like you said, NFL is not for long, right? So, again,
Let me say this. Hold on.
You got to do something, man.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Who would you franchise? Would it be Daniel Jones for one more year or Saquon one more year? If you had only one to give out.
This is great. This is going to be so interesting how this shakes out with these two guys.
It really, really is, because here's the thing. And I'm sure I'm going to get cooked, but I really think this offense is quarterback friendly. I think you can actually put a quarterback in there and the offense would do just fine with or without Daniel Jones, because the dynamic of a running back. I think they just catered it towards that. So I say you keep Saquon Barkley and then you try your hand with another quarterback. I think Tyrod, and I'm vivid there. I think Tyrod can take the reins if they decide to move on from Daniel Jones. I think he could be that gap guy still. I still think. But again, it's all up in the air, man. It's all up in the air. But that's just my opinion on it.
I love that question. I'm actually with Eli, and it's for me, it's simple. Saquon.
It's the right answer.
We used to say Saquon is top 3 when healthy. He's top 1. He is the best running back in football. So when you franchise him, it's way less hurtful on the cap than when you franchise a quarterback who is, where would you rank Daniel? Right in the middle of the pack, maybe right now in the 15 range, right? Which is progress for him, but it might just be a business decision, right? Unless Daniel Jones is willing to play for $10 million a year, right? I don't know. I don't know what his market is, but it's Barkley for me too.
Yeah, I mean, Will's gonna hate us. He's gonna hate. Shout out Will 20 whatever his handle is. Will's gonna hate us, but I'm sorry, Will. Yo, Saquon's come back if status quo happens over the next couple of weeks, man, because he is in the MVP conversation.
Elite. Yeah.
He is the number 2 pick, and he is playing like the number 2 pick for the second time in his career. Because the first year, rookie year, he was dominant. He looks the same dominant self. So, I mean, he is the face of this franchise too. He is the face. He's one of the faces of football right now. Everybody loves Saquon. So Mara's not letting him go if he stays healthy. Mara's not letting him go. Let's call a spade a spade. But on to the next one. What you got, E?
So guys, before anything, man, and I know we're kind of hitting that time point, and we still got to take a little bit of callers. But guys, I want to get this before we take a couple of callers here. But if the Giants win challenge, now if nobody doesn't know, if the Giants win challenge, we started this at season 1, and each time we did it, the Giants won. The one time we didn't, they lost. So we're going to keep the tradition alive. So I'm going to go around the room, and I'm going to start with Speed. If the Giants win, I will.
Well, first off, let's shout out October 23rd, next week. Anybody in this tri-state area, or if you want to come back into the tri-state area, if you're living somewhere else, meet us at the Watch Show. We're going to Tommy's Tavern, and we're going to have a good time there. But if the Giants win against a very good Baltimore Ravens team, your boy's coming in, Braveheart, blue and red, painted face. Let's go. I'll go all the way down through the neck and everything. Painted face at the bar. I'll see you guys there, and we'll still have some video if you guys aren't there. So I'm going painted face. Let's go.
Do you already have the face paint, or do you have to?
Not yet, but I want to purchase that tomorrow.
I don't know what you get into with your porn stash. I don't know what goes on at your house.
Hey, this one's it may or may not be there with me, but let's see here.
That's
what you got. Hefe.
Eli, you got yours, E?
Yeah, I'll go with mine. So, guys, if you don't know, underneath this hat, man, I rock a George Jefferson. There's literally a U underneath here. So here's what I'm going to do, all right? I'm going to shave the New York Giant logo on the back of my head, baldy style, and have it rat-tailed just for you guys for the watch party. October 23rd, Tommy's Tavern, Staten Island, New York, guys. Come and see us there. If not, we're going to record it, but I expect you guys to be there. Why? Because we're your brothers. Come and have a drink with us and watch some Giants kick ass. Come on. So that's what I'm going to do. Shave a NY back there, baldy it out, rat tail it, baby. Let's do it.
Wait, Hefe, before you go, let's give an update to our Yankee fans. 2-1 Yankees. Let's go. Let's go.
That's such a Spiro move. Let's go. I will, if I don't find a better one, I will announce it before the game officially. But my current
Okay.
one is for this watch party, October 23rd. Whoever is there at 1 p.m. for our crew, I will buy a round of drinks for every single person that is there with the revival.
Hey,
If-
put his
if the
money
Giants
where his
win-
mouth is.
Hey, guess what, man? This sponsorship, man. This is what happens when you white jersey, blue jersey. No, of course I'm saying that joke. I love my brother. That is funny though. That is funny. But yo, you guys heard it here first, man. If the Giants win challenge, Hefe's buying you a fucking round, man. Like, this is awesome. I'm gonna need in on that
Get
round too,
some.
man. So thank you, man. So I'll say that.
Well, I got you guys for sure.
Thank you, man. Thank you. So, guys, with that being said, man, we'll take a couple of callers because we're excited, man. Come watch us, come see us, so come chill with us. October 23rd, the New York Revival watch party at Tommy's Tavern, Staten Island. The address is on the flyer pinned to our New York Revival Twitter account. So, guys, please come show up, man. Show us some love, man. We'll laugh and joke and have a good time with you guys, and we'll go from there. But let's take a couple of callers, and then we'll wrap it up.
Yep, here's one of our day ones. Get in here, bruh.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Finally, R0B, Eli El Jefe, and Mr. Glass Half Full have come back to New York Revival.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. What's up, R0?
Let's go.
What's up, boys?
Zero. What's
How you
going on,
doing?
man? Listen, I just want to say this, bro, before you start anything off. Bruh, I just got to understand, like, you do this 24/7. You're like 7-Eleven on Giants Twitter, man.
Oh,
Like,
this guy.
as soon as the morning kickoff,
Dominating.
he got the Twitter spaces going all the way down to like 7 at night. What the hell are you doing, man? And it's very special and epic that you're doing. Guys, if you don't understand what R0B is doing, if you don't have Twitter, which I'm sure you all do, go support that man's Twitter space. He's doing awesome things over there, man. So, man, you working, bro. What's going on with you?
Chilling, man. Yeah, man, I appreciate you guys, coming through. Everybody coming through. The Twitter spaces wouldn't be what they are without you guys coming through. And Mr. Glassstaff only El Jefe came in early this morning to help me out, so I greatly appreciate it. But yeah, I just want to give an avenue for me. I guess what I love talking about football. I love talking about the Giants, and for me, I used to listen to a lot of NFL radio for Sirius XM when I used to work. And I used to work for Safe Flight, and it was really something that I really inspired to do, to be able to, talk football on an all-day basis. And I know we all have a lot of opinions, a lot of views, and a lot of thoughts that we want to get out. So I figured to make it I do it on a daily thing, have everybody come in, share their thoughts, their concerns, talk. Today we had a couple of Ravens fans that joined up and showed some good insight on like how they feel about the Ravens and the upcoming game. And I want to spread it out across all the communities, so I appreciate everybody coming through and showing love and support, and we're going to keep doing them. And I'll say this, and I said it today, if the New York Giants make the playoffs, I will do a 24-hour
Yes. It was only my time.
A 24-hour space I will do. So I will need all of you to help out with that. But if we make the playoffs,
we'll be there.
I will do a 24-hour space.
What's the longest space you've done so far?
Yeah.
It's got to be 8 or 9 hours. It's got to be close.
Dude, it's 12 to 12 is a shift.
I think 8.5 hours was the longest I did a space.
Damn, I love it.
Well, Rob, it's cool what you're doing because
Absolutely.
I usually pop in and out, as you can tell. Like I got in between work or I go for a drive or whatever. I'll pop in for 5 minutes and listen. But any time of the day where you just have a thought run through your mind, right? Like I was in my car, I was like, when are the Giants going to get some respect? They just beat the Packers. And then when they're reviewing the game, they're talking about how the Packers fell apart. And it's like, no, the Giants beat the Packers. So I was like, you know what? I'm pissed. I'm like, I know Rob's got a space going. I pop in. I request
He's the talk show. He's our talk show.
He supports the Revival all the time. But I get on there and it's an avenue for you to voice your opinion and get that thought out there. And then like that starts a whole new cycle of conversation. Like it's just cool to have that at any time. You can go talk Giants anytime you want. So I appreciate what you do.
Fuck WFAN. he is our talk show. Like he is our guy. You know, and
Don't let
we
Tiki hear
all
that. Don't
voice
let
our
Tiki
No,
hear
shout out to WFAN.
I-
Shout out
yo,
to
yo,
Tiki
yo.
Barber.
Shout out Tiki. We still love
Shout
you.
out
to our
Tiki.
brother.
Tiki's the only.
That's right,
Giants
Tiki.
fan
I'm
on
coming for your
WFAN.
job, Tiki. I'm coming for your
Yo,
job, Tiki.
yo.
You hear that?
Yo, Tiki is our only Giant fan representing, because everybody else is hating over there. Boomer, yo, Boomer, come talk shit.
Oh,
with
don't
us.
even
Yeah,
get me.
come
Don't
talk,
get me
Boomer.
started. Don't get me
Boomer
started on
had
that
us
washed
at
up Bengal.
2
Don't even get me
wins for the
started.
rest of the season. So I
Don't get me
got
started.
after him right away. But anyway, Arzio, I want to hear your opinions here. You talk to your Ravens fans. What do you think? Give us your thoughts on the Ravens game this weekend. Do we have a shot?
Before the season started, I didn't give us a chance to win the game. But obviously, as the season progresses and you see with the coaching staff, I mean, look, before the season started, we had a lot of questions about the defense. We did not know about what we had with the secondary. We didn't know what the offense was going to do. And then as the season progressed, we're like, okay, we're winning games, but we're losing a lot of people. And for me, I think this is a very, very, very winnable game. And the reason why I say that is I think that
Three
when I
berries.
look at I'll give you another one. I'll make it 4. When I look at the last game that we played and this game that we played, right? Lamar doesn't really have a lot of wide receivers either. He's got a tight end in Mark Andrews, and you have Aaron Rodgers, who really doesn't have a lot of wide receivers. He's got Randall Cobb. That's more of his like your third option, but he's treating him as a number 1. And they have Robert Tonyan. So they both have a tight ends. I trust Aaron Rodgers in the passing game more than I trust Lamar Jackson. And we went in and on the second half of that game, shut down Aaron Rodgers in the passing game. And so I feel that if we could do that, I feel that if we can go ahead and control Lamar Jackson ever so slightly and force him to try to be a one-dimensional guy for the most part, I do not trust him in the passing game. And Wink has seen and practiced and knows this kid since he was a rookie. He's went up against him. And the other thing that not a lot of people are talking about is Wink knows every single defensive player that is on that roster. And he's going to Brian Daboll. He's going to Kafka. Hey, Peters plays like this. Humphreys plays like this. Queen plays like this. Campbell plays like this. This is their weaknesses. This is what they do good at. This is what they're struggling with. If you're going to
literally drafted them.
It's his.
Drafted everybody.
Listen,
right.
That is his creation. That's his defense. He knows how to implode. What he's going to do is he's going to go in there and he's going to blow up like Vince McMahon tried to blow up the WWF at one point by interjecting the NWO. He's going to interject that and destroy it and implode it. And if anybody is going to make that defense look like a bunch of 5-year-old peewee football guys, it's going to be Brian Daboll with the assistance of Wink Martindale. And
let's go.
It's going to be a good game. I think we win. I'll give the edge to the Ravens because of the quarterback, and I think they have a better roster, but it's a very winnable game.
But Wink, you nailed it, dude. Wink is the biggest X factor. Nobody knows Lamar Jackson better, and you're not going to shut him down. But if anyone can limit him, confuse him, or try to play to his weaknesses, it's Wink. You nailed it, dude. 100%. He was there for 4 years together. They were going head to head in practice every single day. So it's Wink, dude. And the other thing that's cool about Rob's Spaces is today we had some Ravens fans in there, some content creators that from the Ravens side, and we were asking them, what's the vibe from the Ravens fan base? And they're like, they don't want to play the Giants. They are not looking forward to this game. They're scared of Saquon Barkley. Yeah, they do not want to play the Giants. That with the feeling from their fan base was unease. They don't have a good feeling going into this game. So they're not looking. I told you nobody wants to play the Giants right now. And the Ravens are a top 5 power ranked team. They don't want to play the Giants right now.
Their pass defense, they're allowing 290 yards through the air. They're allowing over 100 yards on the ground. And that's kind of feeding. And I agree with Eli. I think that this is going to be Wan'Dale Robinson's playing this week. I'm going to call it right now. Wan'Dale Robinson is going to play this week.
It's unofficial at the moment. But you're
Darius Slayton. Oh, I'm saying it's
official.
happening. I'm saying it's happening. And I'm going to say that
will be official.
Wan'Dale Robinson will score his first touchdown this Sunday. And I'll even go one further. I'm going to say Darius Slayton, 6 catches for 78 yards. Wan'Dale Robinson, 9 catches for 125 yards and a touchdown.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Bellinger.
Let me get on the waiver wire real quick.
Everybody.
Bellinger, 5 receptions for 70 yards, 2 touchdowns.
You're saying so? All that told, you're saying Daniel Jones is going to have a day.
Daniel Jones, I think, is going to throw for 3 or 4 touchdowns against the Baltimore Ravens.
I think it's going to be his coming out.
Everybody, go to your local DraftKings and you pick up your Yahoos, pick up your Wandales and your Daniel Joneses because Giants offense is going to have a day. Listen, let's also talk about Lamar Jackson though. The past 2 he came out with his hair on fire. The first 3 games, looking like a damn MVP stud. Last 2 games, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, under 180 yards both games passing. It'll be a very interesting game watching the Giants trying to shut down his legs because he's the most mobile quarterback that we've seen so far. Fields aside, Fields was a mobile quarterback too, but this guy can beat you with his arm, he can beat you with his legs. If the Giants stand up against Lamar Jackson and shut him down, we have something special here, guys. Like we have something special.
They held Fields to only 50 yards rushing, which isn't like that's not a big amount.
That's good. It's very good, right?
And I was thinking about this after I did my space today. I think that there's a low-key rift building up within the locker room of the Baltimore Ravens. And I think it has to do with Lamar, obviously him wanting to get paid. But I think that John Harbaugh has gone as far as he is going to be able to go with the Baltimore Ravens. You look at the rift between Marcus Peters and John Harbaugh.
Wink left because of Harbaugh.
There was rumors that I heard today that they sent the guy to Michigan to work with his brother, then hired him back because they didn't want Wink, and then that's when they let Wink go. I think that there's a little bit of a separation going on within the Ravens organization, and the lack of weapons that Lamar has gotten, the lack of the commitment, the 4th down play against the Bills to go for it, like the bad play calling. I think it's all going to come. I think this team is just going to implode on Sunday. I think they're just going to implode a little bit. They'll get it together and they'll make the postseason.
Rock bottom. Let's go.
R0.
So let's say this, guys. Fresh off the presses, and R0B, thank you so much because I want to make this small announcement really quick because my message just went off here of one of the legends, 2-time Super Bowl champ here. Hold on one second. I'm going to share this. Thank you, R0B. Thank you so much. I'm going to share this. With the people here. Thank you so much, Rob. Appreciate you, brother. So I say this, guys. LT, if the Giants win challenge, he just hit me up and said, I'm ready to go. Video be ready tomorrow. He's going to do everything, man. He completed his challenge. Shout out to Lawrence Tynes completing his challenge, man. Round of applause. Round of applause. See this?
What that means for everybody that wasn't watching that episode, that's Eli. Tell him what that means for everybody that didn't watch that episode. So,
guys, just to let you know, if the Giants won during the Carolina game, which they did, right? He was giving out 5 personally signed autographed pictures of him kicking us into the Super Bowl. So, guys, we randomly going to pick some winners out, and we're going to let you know. Then we're going to premiere it for you guys and send it out to you guys fresh hot off the press with a New York Revival sticker attached to it as well. So, shout out to Lawrence Tynes. We love you, man. Thank you so much for coming through. Absolutely,
Mr. Do you have a fucking prediction or not? Mr. Lawrence.
Yo, that was the best one, dude. That was do you have a fucking prediction?
I was working and I took a drink because I was working and I'm listening to watching.
Were you watching
and
live?
I took a drink. No. It was it was a playback. And I took a drink and I have my ear pod in and I'm taking a drink. and he gets to the point, he's like, do you have a fucking prediction or what? And I almost spit it all over my entire computer. And I was just like, oh my God.
That was great.
Because Mr. Glass was just going on.
That was great. Hilarious. Shout out my man Tynes, man. That's our guy.
He caught me rambling.
R0, if you want to hang out.
That's our guy.
Yeah, we're gonna bring everyone in the lobby back on to say goodbye, but we're gonna swap you out with Big Smooth here real quick, if you don't mind.
Of course.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Let's go. R0, we love you.
Another day one. Cash.
Hey, there's the Yankee fan that we need.
What up?
That's the Yankee fan we needed right there.
Cash
Judge on third
Cash,
right now.
Cash Wink. What was it? What did Speed say? Cash Wink.
What did I say?
Yeah, absolutely. That's
So yeah, shout out to Cash Wickdale. That was crazy. That was funny.
What's up, guys? How we doing?
Yo,
What's going on,
man?
man?
What's going on, man?
I have a question.
man.
What's up
Put
with
out
the
another
next?
hit.
Where's the next song? Yeah, when's the
Yeah,
next
put
song?
out another
That's
hit
all the
last
people
week.
want to know about.
Okay, so I got talked into this one, so I don't think it's gonna be that good, but because I am not a rapper, that's not my forte.
No, you can't say that. Eli said that.
But
Yeah,
My
right.
line.
But he actually is.
Between Tommy and I forget some of the ladies, and they were like, "Listen, you got to do Juicy for Dayball," and I was like,
Yeah.
"All right, damn it, I'll do it." So I wrote one verse. It's about 1:15 off of Juicy, and
Good job.
I'm gonna try to record it tomorrow. If it's dog shit, I will still put it out because it's a challenge. But hold on, real quick. On top of this, not that you guys want to see this, but I also agreed. If you haven't seen this, it's a dance. It's a hip hop dance to "Wow" by Post Malone that Burt Kreischer did, and it's literally shirtless with like sweatpants.
You had me at
And
shirtless.
I'm in.
So
I'm in.
those are my challenges for this week. So we're putting out some content for you.
Nice.
Love it.
We'll see,
Let's
guys.
go.
We'll see.
Hey, and let's go Yankees. Rizzo just by
2-run home
Yabo.
run.
Let's go. Let's go, Yanks. Let's go.
Rizzo.
What's that score? What's the Yankees score now?
4-1. Let's
4-1.
go.
Okay.
Baby.
Thank you, Richard Judge.
Yo, okay, so Smooth, what you got on your mind? Well, give us what your topic is here.
I will tell you that I've been popping in different spaces, just watching stuff. I will tell you this, guys. We all are such huge fans. We want respect. We're not going to get it yet. No one thinks we're for real. That's credibility and kind of that, whether you want to call it equity, is built up over time, right? So these 5, the only national show that I saw some respect, which is crazy because he was giving us shit already, is Cowherd. He literally was talking about how Dayball is already an elite, second half adjustment guy. He's already an elite coach, and you use an example off of Matt LaFleur, and he's like, I could argue that he's a terrible coach, but his record is 42-14 and Dayball, etc. So the small sample size that we're seeing is super elite. I think we're obviously trending in the right direction. And then obviously today, if you watch NFL Live, you saw Dan Orlovsky breaking down that kind of play action pass where Slayton kind of had all that space. One of my dear friends down here, who's funny, is from North Carolina and is a huge Giants fan as well, has talked about it for years. He's like, they just don't have they don't have an offense that is like anybody else's. They have this old school, you had to everything perfect. Like Dayball is making adjustments to what Daniel Jones needs to do. So I will be the first one to say that I was 100% wrong on Daniel Jones if he continues this. I just want this team to get dubs. I don't give a fuck if Spee is rocking his porn stash, throwing left-handed over the middle. If you completing passes, dude, I'm with you. Okay.
Throw me out a wide receiver because that's who we're throwing out there right now.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm as good as David Sills. I mean, at least back in the day. Fine.
You ain't wrong.
Give me some. I don't care. I just don't care. And I saw Chris Long today talking about how he was like, this team reminds me of the Titans from a few years back that snuck up on everybody, had that elite running back, started to block, tight ends. If they get healthier, wide receivers, we'll see. Maybe that's the case. I think we're going to win 10, 11 games now. That's what I have.
Hey, wow. I like it. This is where we're going here. This is where we're going. You got to start setting your sights a little higher now because you beat two good teams. No, keep going. What's
both one seed in the playoffs last year. One in the NFC, one in the AFC.
True that.
That's pretty good.
That's big, dude. That's big time.
Pretty damn good.
Yeah.
So
next song, what you got? What were you about to say? Sorry, I cut you off.
No. So I was gonna say look for it tomorrow. I'll try to put it out after lunch like usual. Like I said, if it's dog shit, just share it anyway because it's gonna be silly as hell. And I'm gonna try to do the dance. If I don't get it to this week, it'll be after another win. But I promised people I would get that out too. So
just keep creating.
Keep doing your stuff.
Just keep creating.
We love it.
I think that all the
Good
time.
stuff,
I don't know if this is gonna be funny or not. If it's not, I'll just throw it away, and then that's fine. And then sometimes
I'm gonna give you my shit stuff too. They're not all first round picks. You have a 6th round pick. Nobody has a 7th round pick. supplemental.
So Big Smooth, I say this, man, because the guys is like, you got to rap again. I said, I'll leave all that to Big Smooth now. Let him do all the shows.
No.
Let him do all the singing.
Well, we'll see.
now.
Maybe you like it, and then we'll talk again. But I don't know. But hey, so I got to hold Eli to this too. Remember, if they make a playoff run, you and I have to collaborate on a mix that you have to rap and I have to sing.
Yeah,
And, and maybe we bring in authentic. Then we have to
Make
bring in maybe
sweet music,
authentic
baby.
to mix it to kind of get it like real professionally done. But we're doing a song
Let's do it.
if they make the playoffs.
Let's do it.
All right.
Okay.
I'll play the
Let's
cowbell
do
in the background.
With that mustache. With that fucking
Let's
mustache.
do it.
But I
Let's
want
go.
happy on
That's
on any kind of bass or drum or anything because I know he's hell of a musician, so we got to get him involved
Hell
too.
yeah.
I'm mediocre at best. I'm like kind of like just the white acoustic douche with, I just strum like 3
I am that
chords.
guy.
Like, that's kind of who I am. Yeah.
He is him.
He's so lying. He's freaking lying. This guy.
Hey man, back in the day,
He's a
didn't,
talent,
didn't
man.
Nelly have a remix with a country star? We'll do it that way. That acoustic douche with Nelly, we'll do it that way. They like that.
I think that's awesome. I think that's awesome. Let's do it.
All right, Big Smooth.
Well, that'll be.
Yeah.
Thank you, Big Smooth. I do appreciate that. I'm sorry. And I guess we'll go to another person. But thank you so much, Big Smooth, man. We can't wait to see your content. It's awesome. It's amazing. So just keep it coming, man. I do appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Feel free to hang out for the party at the end. But we
Yeah,
got
yeah.
one
Yo,
more
hold on.
good friend of the show. What's up?
Update before you do that. Rangers up 2-1. Let's go,
Oh,
Mika.
I'm getting text messages.
Oh.
I'm getting text
Mika.
messages with the sirens going off. So it
Zeb
must be good.
Jihad. Let's
go.
Sadie. What's his last name? What's his last name?
Zibanejad?
Zibanejad.
Baby. Let's go.
Did I say it right?
I'm gonna hold you.
Yeah,
We're learning the name.
Zibanejad.
We're gonna work on that
We're going through it
together.
again.
I'm learning it. Listen, I just want to get in front of Tommy's Tavern with that energy again and just watch that hockey game. I think we got to do that, man. Please. We got to do that. It's freaking awesome. So
Eli,
we
real
got to
quick.
do that. But anyway,
Can you say the Rangers goalie's name? Shishturkin.
Shishturkin.
Nailed it.
I nailed that one. Because you know what? I was looking at jerseys and I was like, I got to get a Shishturkin. Now I can't say it.
Dude, it's terrible. If you ever get
Shishturkin.
pulled over and the cop's like, where were you? I was watching Shishturkin. Get out of the car, sir.
Get out of the car.
They're drunk.
Get out of the damn car.
He's obviously drunk.
Instead of the ABCs, they'll say spell Shosturkin, and you're like, shit.
Just
I'm done.
crack on them. Get the hell out of here.
They gotta hit me over the head and sprinkle some crack on me. That's it, man.
He's still here. All right, let's get our good friend in here. Let's get our good friend Big Dash. What's up, dude?
Dash, what's
Big
good?
Dash. What's going
Let's
on,
go.
bro?
What's going on,
Dash.
folks? Can you hear me?
Yeah, brother.
Yeah,
Loud and clear, brother. Loud and clear.
Loud and clear, man.
Perfect, man. I love what you guys are doing every time. I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
Appreciate
Oh,
you.
man, thank you,
Like
man.
laughing
Thank
in
you.
the lobby. We're just a bunch of clowns. We have a good time. That's pretty.
Yo,
good.
no,
Yeah,
yeah,
we're not
it was
trying
definitely
hard
funny.
at all.
I just saw I'm new to Big Smooth. So when I saw his video, I think it was last week, I was like, pretty good. Pretty
Yeah,
funny.
he does
Yeah.
talent, bro.
Yeah.
He's so
Yeah.
good. Joke.
Yeah,
Hell
that was
yeah.
good. But yeah, man, I saw you guys were talking about Baltimore game. And
Give us your thoughts.
I think Lamar Jackson's probably going to be the best quarterback we face this year. In all honesty,
You're
looking
not
at
wrong.
the record, and I'm
You're
not
not
worried about it at all. I'm not worried about
Same.
anybody
Isn't that a weird
at
feeling?
all.
Same.
Isn't that weird?
Feels
After
good.
Aaron
Same.
Rodgers, right? It's
Yeah.
weird. Yeah, after that Packers game, and I said even before we actually took the lead, that when we tied it up, I was happy with that alone. You know what I mean? I was so happy that we fought back from that 14-point deficit and came all the way back to tie it up, and I was just so happy. I didn't know Barkley was coming back or anything. You know, everything was still up in the air. But I'm just proud of this team, man, and it's exciting to be.
Mhm.
I almost don't want to say it because I don't want to jinx, but it's good to be good.
Yeah,
We're
you're
good.
not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not
The
wrong.
Giants
yeah.
are actually good,
Hell
man,
yeah.
and it feels
And
good.
you know what, Big Dash? You're probably doing the same thing as me. I'm literally taking it week by week. Like, I'm not thinking too far ahead. I'm just looking at the Ravens, then so on and so on. Like, I'm not getting too excited until that next following week. Like, I'll only enjoy a win for about 48 hours, and I'm done. I'm on.
You know,
to the
I
next
don't
one.
say
You know what I
anything.
mean?
I don't say anything out loud, or I don't put it on Twitter.
Yeah.
But in my head, I'm thinking, crazy thoughts right
Yep.
now. Just crazy.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't want to say it. I don't want to
There
jinx
you
it.
go. There you
I'm
go.
thinking.
There you
I'm
go.
like, you beat Baltimore, and I'm looking ahead. I'm like, it
Yeah.
can it can
It
get
can-
I'm
it
gonna
can
look
get-
ahead a
it can
little
get
bit.
It can
You
get
Yeah.
beat
good.
Baltimore.
get
You
crazy.
beat
It can-
Baltimore.
Let's
You're
just
talking
say this.
Don't peak,
5-1.
don't peak too much.
Let's
You're
just say
talking
this.
You're talking top 5, top 6 team in the NFL that is no longer undeniable. Like you can't deny
Yeah.
a team that just beat
Yeah.
the Packers and Ravens back to back. You can't do it. I don't give a shit what the roster
Right.
is. You
Right.
can't deny that
Right.
anymore.
Yeah, I
Right.
was shocked
And
to see the
listen-
power rankings today too.
8.
I
mean,
know.
you
No,
cracked the
there's
top
you
10.
get some
Yeah.
respect. You
Yeah.
get some respect finally, man. It's nice
Yo,
to see.
I don't even want
and-
the respect. I don't
Yeah.
even want
I
it.
know,
Just-
I know,
just-
I know.
I'm scared of the
keep
Let's be
respect.
the underdog. I'm scared of the
Keep
respect.
sleeping.
Exactly.
I'm scared of the
I'm
respect,
scared of the
man.
respect.
We know
Don't
what
give me
happened.
Listen.
that. Don't give me that.
Yo, Dable is restoring, and the first thing that Tom Coughlin said when he got here, he's like, "I'm going to restore Giants' pride," and I feel like Dable has done that again because we were down in the fucking dumps for a long
Yeah.
time with
Yeah.
Shermer,
Yeah.
with Judge, and now I can go out feeling prideful wearing my Giants shit again, man. It feels good,
Yeah.
and we're in
Yeah.
every game. We don't have to be. We're not getting embarrassed left and right. You know, it feels great that I feel all the confidence in the world that this coaching staff is going to put us in the right position to win every game. And we might not win, but damn it, we'll be close. Because even
Yeah.
that Cowboys game, they were in that game right to the end.
Yep.
They had a chance to win it. Man, it feels good to have a chance every week and have that feeling again. When
Yeah,
Tom Coughlin, a big game, you ready to go. He's ready to go.
Yeah.
That you put
I'm
in the right
like
position.
I said, not scared of anybody. It's a certain pride. Like I said, I got a lot of Giants gear. So in the morning, I drop my kids off at
Same.
school. I
Yeah.
got my Giants hoodie on. I got the hat on.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
before I was like, no,
Mhm.
let me hurry up and get back in the car. Somebody asked me
Yeah.
a question about the Giants. Stuff crazy. But now because I'm in 49er country. That's why I'm in the Bay
Sure.
Area. So yeah,
Oh,
man. It's one other Giants fan, and I make sure I see him every morning and say hi to him when we drop our kids off. And
Yes.
it is what it is. Yeah,
Dude, I
absolutely.
can relate to that.
Hey,
Big
give
time.
me-
Giant shit
Big
is just
Dash, give
half
me your
of what I
predictions,
own.
man. What? Oh, my fault.
For the
That's
game?
true too. But give me your score predictions. What you got?
You know what? I don't have one yet. I've been
On the
pretty.
fly. On the fly.
Yes.
Pressure's on now. Come on.
Pressure's on, man.
Let loose.
I got 24-17 Giants.
All right.
Ooh.
All right. I like that.
24-17.
I like it. Let's go.
24-17.
I like that. I like that.
Listen, that
And-
Baltimore
and-
running game is not going yet. That
And we get
Baltimore
our
running
first
game is not
picks.
going yet.
We get our first picks this week. I think we get 2. Let's take 2.
Not one.
Mm.
There's
Let's
going to be an
let's take 2.
overreaction. We're going to get 2 picks.
We're gonna
Start
get 2
to catch
picks.
up.
With it.
Now,
Yeah,
but
I'm with
we don't know if Adori's playing though yet, right? We didn't get an update on Adori.
No, nothing yet.
No,
I'm
not yet.
assuming he's out.
Not yet.
But I also want to say this because I said it earlier. We have this kind of confidence right now, and we don't have none of our receivers yet. We're playing with all these backups, and we still think we can win these games. And that just
Yeah.
goes to show you how the coaching is, man.
Coaching.
Because
Yep.
Hell yeah, man.
coaching
Hell
makes
yeah.
a difference.
Wink Martin.
Coaching makes a difference for sure.
Day ball in.
All of them.
Yeah.
Calf
All
gets
of them.
Absolutely.
You're right.
It's just a crazy. It's just a feeling we're not used to feel like you've got the smartest guys in the room, like in
Yeah.
your corner. You know what I mean? Just
they're not
Kafka
acting like it.
upstairs. No, they just
They don't act
I
like
just
it. They
feel
like the
like-
judge acted like the smartest guy in the room all the time.
They-
He was,
they
he
only
was the
have-
dumbest.
they only have 15 minutes at halftime, yet they come out like a completely
Yeah.
different team and just shut shit
Yeah.
down. Like, what is
I
that
would-
conversation at halftime?
I would love to be in the room for those halftime conversations,
yeah.
man. It
Hell
has
yeah.
to be gold. And whatever they're saying is gold for sure.
Yes.
It seems like
And he's-
Dayball really takes his time, clicks on the film, and be like, "You're doing this wrong. Do this here. Move here." Like it feels like there's real adjustments. Like literally, like the movies how they drew on the chalkboard, the X's and O's. Like I
Yeah.
feel like Dayball actually does that. Hey, you move here. Why this can't be
Yeah,
thrown
and-
here because the safety's over here, and then making adjustments. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's exactly
Yes.
what it is. I think.
And it's another thing that's funny is that because I try to like watch the streams when people are streaming the games, but I can't do it because usually it's the timing is off between some, and I end up just muting channels, right? So at halftime, I believe either chosen one had spaces going, right? And all of that, I got to hop on halftime and just yell because the only thing that made me mad was the cushion we were giving the wide receivers. I was like, we got to play press. We got to play press. And that's all I screamed, and I hung up, and I waited for halftime to be over. And what we do, press coverage. And I was like,
Yep.
the adjustments, man. Did
You're like,
everything you're
I'm a
asking for, they're
goddamn
doing it.
genius.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's, and
That's
honestly, it's been since the beginning of off season. Whether it's hiring Shane, hiring Dable, hiring Kafka, hiring Wink, sign the guys that we like. Everything that we as Giants fans like dreamed of and wanted the Giants to do, they have been doing that thing every single time. Whether it be coaching, whether it be all the guys they get, like it's refreshing that we don't have to worry about guys making stupid decisions anymore. Like I trust these guys to make the right decisions, be the general manager, the coaches, whoever it is, man. Like, and I haven't had that trust in a Giants coaching staff in a decade, man. So
and you can be a fan.
Feels fucking great. Yeah,
you can just sit back and be a fan. I mean, we do our little banter. We do our banters. We create our content and stuff like that. That's all fun. But at the end of the day, you're watching and you're like, okay, I agree with that. The past few years, we're like, who the hell is Joe Judge? Don't know him. Pat Shermer, where did Cleveland? What's going on here? And then you get Joe Shane, which everybody pretty much figured out was going to be the guy. And then we pretty much figured out Brian Dable was going to be the guy. And then Wink Martindale. I'm like, they're putting everybody that you want together.
The place.
Everybody.
Yeah.
And to do that and have success too after that, man, it was gratifying.
Dash, I like to put our guests on the spot. So I got one more thing for you. And this goes for everyone in the lobby too, because we're going to bring you out to say goodbye so we could close with this. But we do the If the Giants Win challenge, and it's been fun, and this is a good one because I mean, if the Giants beat the Ravens, you're talking about 5-1. You're talking about beating power ranked top 5 team. Now you're crystal clear, man. You're good.
Oh, man.
You sound great, man. I see you. You sound great.
I see you. You're good. You're good, Dash. Don't worry. You got anything? Anything you want to say right now? If the Giants win, anything Dash would be willing to do?
Oh man, I don't want to get myself in trouble. I mean, I'll accept the challenge. I'll accept somebody that.
All right, so we'll come back to you tomorrow. We want in 24 hours. We want a Dash challenge.
It doesn't have to be crazy.
Yeah, no, it's got to be a little crazy because Ravens is a big win. It's one of the big wins of the season.
I saw the chip challenge.
It's a little crazy.
You see Monte?
We saw my man Monte.
You cut off your beard.
Oh man.
And then I did this. And then
for the record, guys,
right, so
I've been limping ever since I missed that field goal. I'm like still messed up from that field goal.
Left it all on the field, Hefe.
Good God.
I'm old.
I'll think of something. All right.
Why don't we bring you want to bring the crew back on, Eli?
Bring them out.
Bring the crew, man, and then we'll wrap up the show. We'll give a nice announcement. That's R0B, Sergeant Mayhem, Monte.
He's alive.
Awesome.
I'm alive. I made it.
So, guys,
this
is the part of the
no
show.
Big deal.
Nice.
Let's go. So this is part of the show, of course, where we wrap it up. We bring everybody back in. And guys, and we want to thank you guys for spending your Tuesday night with us, man. We can't do this without you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe, share, guys. Also, Lawrence Tynes came through. He just messaged me. He's coming through with the Giants Win Challenge. He just sent out and signing a bunch of his posters, and we're going to give them out randomly to some people as well once we speak to them.
Eli,
but guys,
next week, Eli. Who we got?
Next week, guys, we have a legend stopping by New York Revival because this is what New York Revival does. We're bringing the legends. We're bringing the guys here. But we have our guy,
his name.
Number 72, OC, Human. Baby, stopping by tomorrow. That's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a goodie. So set your reminder right now, Tuesday. OC Human Yura stopping by New York Revival, man. It's gonna be a movie. It's gonna be epic.
I tell you what, man, you guys know where the bodies are buried. You guys know where the bodies are buried.
Hey, OC Human Yura is the Eagles' Michael Myers. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, absolutely. 6 sacks in one game, that's for sure.
So listen, OC, if you listening, you should wear a Michael Myers mask when you come on next week.
I gotta ask him now.
I've
got my If the Giants Win challenge.
Oh.
Dash,
what you got?
Sure, go right ahead.
Dash, I got something for you, man.
Okay.
I don't know why these guys are out here trying to hurt themselves. Here's the thing. If the Giants beat the Ravens, I have right here a bottle of 11-year aged Lagavulin Scotch.
Nice. Scotch. I know Scotch.
This is the Nick Offerman. It's aged in Guinness barrels.
Yes.
This is the Nick Offerman Lagavulin. right?
Is that like 270 a bottle or something?
You sound drunk just
It
saying the
might be
name
more
of
than
that.
that.
Yeah, it's a
Might
little
be
Kind of
more,
sounds
right?
like Monte when he was trying to say Tennessee.
Put it
I'm
this way:
Irish,
if he
I don't
drops it,
speak
he'll cry.
Scottish. I'm Irish. I don't
Yes.
speak Scottish. So if the Giants beat the Ravens, I am gonna have a nice glass of this and a cigar on my patio and enjoy 5-1.
Let's
So
go.
now the real-
So you telling me that all I have to do is enjoy a drink
I guess.
for my challenge?
It's gotta be an
Don't have
expensive
to be
drink.
hard. These
Expensive
guys are
drink.
hurting themselves. I don't know what's
Now,
going on.
Sarge. Now here's a real challenge for you.
Oh
You
boy.
ready for this one?
Let's go. Let's go.
If the Giants make the postseason and win a Super Bowl,
Oh my God.
I'm thinking you should do what Mr. Glass Half Full did
Nah.
and go straight to a mustache,
Whoa.
or let's see a little baby face.
Nobody wants
Ooh.
I
Might be a little
I saw
What
his
happened
brain
to Samson
explode
when he
just
cut
now.
his
my
hair?
head
You
is
can't have
too my head is too round to rock. No. I'll tell you what.
Sarge, if you do it, I will do it. How about that? I'm gonna throw you to the fire.
The Giants
Y'all better
would
stop
have to
donating
win,
beards, man.
The
I don't wanna
Giants
do
would
it.
have to win back-to-back Super Bowls for me to cut this fucker.
Back to back.
Back
There
to
you go.
back.
Okay.
Hey,
You
you
love
know
back
what?
to
Never
back.
say never.
Shit.
Never say
You know
never.
what, man?
I
I'll
tried,
tell you this.
RJB. I
I'll
tried.
tell you this. If the Giants make the playoffs, okay? The Giants make the playoffs. R0B and I will do a wrestling promo off head to head on either this channel,
I like
this
this.
channel, or Pest
I
channel.
like this.
Rob got
I
close.
like this.
Rob
Yeah,
got
yeah,
close.
I got
Unfortunately,
Rob,
Revival has
I've
rights.
got
I
a-
like this.
I've got
Sarge.
Rob.
Sarge.
No, we have rights.
Sarge.
We need this on our show. We need this on our show.
Sarge, let me ask you this question. Do you honestly think that you stand a chance?
Oh,
And it begins.
I say we don't even wait.
It
Doesn't matter what you think.
I will answer that question with one statement.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Beat me if you can. Survive if I let you.
Let's go.
And my response to that, just bring it.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I
So guys, hold on.
watched wrestling
Let's have some
20 years.
order.
It has been accepted. If
Guys,
the
Let's do it.
Giants
So
make the
guys, you see
playoffs,
it. You heard it.
It's
Can we
going to
check
be
in with Monte
real
real quick? Is
ugly
Monte
in
okay?
here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Monty.
yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, Monty, are you all right?
Monte.
I got an if the Giants win for you guys. I think you guys
Okay.
like it.
Yes, let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
If the Giants win, and whoever volunteers
tips?
and does this and does the hardest, craziest challenge and
boy.
goes through for it this week, I got nothing crazy. I got some Giants autographs here, just some extra ones. I got like a Peyton Hillis. I got a Kenny Phillips, Will
Ooh,
Beebe,
whoa.
some old schools in here.
Whoa.
You can take your pick, and I'll send it to you. If
Oh,
the Ravens win,
all right,
whoever
okay.
has the best one, they can get it.
Interesting.
Whoa.
Okay.
Monty.
All right.
Okay.
And Monte,
okay.
it has to be something good. It has to be something good.
It has to be
before you
hard.
give
It
them
has
things
to-
away.
we
It
can
has to
We already
be
you
said
can
it
put out a
has to be
vote
hard.
on the Twitter or whatever who had the best
All
one.
right,
Put
let's
a
do it.
poll.
I like it, Monty. I like
Whatever
it.
one
I
Let's
you
like
go,
it,
want, you
buddy.
can have it.
Let's go.
Monty's
By the
like,
way,
I'm
if you
going to
guys
start
don't
putting myself
know-
through some pain. I'm going to take it back.
I'll let somebody
Oh,
else put themselves through pain next time, and they can have one of these Laura Ward.
Let's do it. Let's do it. So, guys,
Yeah,
this is the
appreciate
New
it,
York
guys.
Revival Show. Thank you so much, guys, for being on. But this is the night, man. We got to wrap it up because we got to go be with our family here now, man. We've been doing for a minute now. So, guys, on behalf of Mr. Monte, Sergeant Mayhem, R0B, Big Dash, and my guys, my brothers, Mr. Glass Half Full, Speed if you nasty now.
Which one of you
All
isn't
right?
following me
And my
on
other
Twitter?
brother. Who? What?
Yo,
I
so
lost my
Spiro,
headset. I got fucked up.
Spiro, you gotta go follow R0 on Twitter.
You are the
Don't
only
follow
one that's not
R0B.
following
Leave
me.
alone.
I'm not
He
following
doesn't.
you.
He doesn't even
I'm
know.
hurt. I'm hurt.
Oh my god, I am so sorry.
hey,
I'm going
hey,
to
hey,
right
Ro-
this wrong.
Yo, you're not alone. You know why? Because Pest doesn't follow me. Rob.
Oh,
What are we
that's that
doing here,
bullshit.
guys?
Dash, don't worry.
What
I'm gonna
kind
bring.
of-
I'm
what
gonna
is
bring.
this?
Dash, I got you.
I
I'm gonna
think
bring.
I
I'm
think
gonna
he
bring the
does.
belt
I mean,
on
I think he
Wednesday.
thinks he does. He thinks
I'm
he
gonna
thinks
bring-
he does.
Don't worry. I'll
Follow,
take
all,
care of it,
follow
Dash.
all these guys. If
Yo,
you're not
I'm
following
shocked
these
by
guys
this.
on
I'm
Giants
shocked
by
Twitter,
this.
what are you
I'm
doing?
taking. I'm
I mean,
taking.
I'm
You know what?
appalled.
What's going on?
Eli's not taking
going
care of
on?
his brother. I'll take care of him. Okay. I'll take
Thank
care
you.
of him. Okay. I got you.
Thank
I
you,
got
man.
Eli, don't worry
Thank
about
you.
it. I'll take
Thank
care of your light
Zero,
work. I got
I apologize.
Appreciate
I'm
it.
done.
Thank
I'm
you.
in. I'm followed. Let's go. So
you should be sorry. I'm just.
I am so sorry. I am
and unfollow.
I'm ashamed.
And
My bad. So listen, guys.
You should
Let's-
unfollow me for what me
let's-
not following you.
Let this man close the show.
He's trying
He's trying to close the show.
So, guys,
Yo,
yeah, you see
Take
this, right?
five.
This is great,
Hit
though.
the
This is comedy
music.
gold.
Right?
Take 5.
Is it time for the music?
El Jefe, we out.
Okay.
Oh, my God. El Jefe.
Hit the
AKA
music.
White.